Now let's see how can we add some enemy aircrafts and some landing zones for enemy aircrafts in this game. Before adding the enemy aircrafts, I would like to add some landing zones so the enemy aircrafts can land and wait for us. So here in the code, I'm going to create a new breed called landing zones. So these are more like airports. So I gave the plural form landing zones, and also I gave the singular form landing zone. And in the setup, we can define the setup that we want for landing zone. So as you can see, we are going to have too many things inside our setup and inside our play procedure. We can make this code more organized by dividing it into multiple procedures. So for example, so we can say to set up players, and what we can do is we can we can cut this player specific logic and put it inside setup players procedure, and we can just give this name here, so that will be more organized. So we know all the things related with setting up players will be available in this procedure. So in a similar way, we can have another setup for landing zones. As I told earlier, we can add any naming convention for this. We can have like setup A, setup B, setup landing zones, anything is fine. It should just have a like valid name. So here what we are going to say is so we want to create 4 landing zones. So whenever we use this create word in front of a specific breed, NetLogo knows that, okay, that means we are asking to create this specific type of turtles. I mean, even if you use hatch, then the NetLogo knows by the first word, okay, so we want to hatch this specific type of turtles. So here, so I'm going to say create landing zones. So I would like to have 4 landing zones, and then I'm going to ask these landing zones so first set the shape of the landing zone to square shape, then set the size of the landing zone to 5, which is larger than the size of an aircraft. Then set the color to gray color, and now we have to decide so what's going to be the x coordinate. Now if we simply give one x coordinate, what's going to happen is all the landing zones will be placed on the same place. So I have to avoid that. So because to do that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to define a local variable here called x. Let x 0. So whenever you use this keyword let, so we can create a local variable in this procedure. So here what I'm going to say is, okay, so you start from x and you should increment x. Every time I'm going to say, okay, x plus 15. So that means these landing zones will be placed. First, it's going to place in the x coordinate 15, next x coordinate 30, next x coordinate 45, like that. and I'm going to define so here it's just a way to increment this variable, right? So we didn't specify the exact coordinate here, so we just incremented x. Now I'm going to use this x to set the actual xy coordinates of the landing zone. So set xy, and here my x coordinate, and my y coordinate, I would like to say something like, okay, it should not be in maximum y coordinate. It's something like maximum y coordinate minus 3. So that means it will not be in the border. If I just give maximum y coordinate, that will be in the border. But what I would like to do is just create it just below the maximum y coordinate. So let's see what's happening now. I think some closing brackets are required. Okay. Let's remove this. Now when you press the setup button, okay, and at the same time you should use this setup landing zone inside the setup procedure. So it will call this procedure whenever we click on the setup button. So now let's try what's going to happen. See, as you can see, now we have 4 landing zones created. Now I like to have enemy aircrafts created on top of each landing zone. So to do that, we are going to create a new breed called enemy. Plural is enemies, singular is enemy. Okay, I created it. Now then I can have another setup called to set up enemies. So whenever we are setting up enemies, what we have to do is ask enemies, and sorry, there shouldn't be a bracket here. So what I'm going to do is ask enemies to set their shapes to airplane, then set size of each airplane to 3, then set color to red, and that aircraft should have the heading of 180 degrees. That means it's heading south. Yeah, so these are the things I would like to set up whenever we are setting up these enemies, and make sure at the end of each procedure it should start with 2 and it should not have a bracket here. Earlier I made a mistake by adding a bracket, but make sure you don't have any brackets here, and at the end it's ending with n, not with a bracket. So this bracket is specific to this ask enemies code portion, And for the procedures, you don't need to have any brackets. So now this setup is there. So I'm going to have this setup procedure call just after the landing zones. And whenever we create landing zones, we can do one additional thing. So that means, so here we have a ask condition, right? So ask statement, ask landing zones to get this shape and change the location to these XY coordinates. At the same time, inside the same ask code portion, we can say, okay, now hatch some enemies. Let's say we are going to ask landing zones to hatch enemies. See, when I press the setup button, now it created the landing zone. Also at the same time, it hatched an enemy aircraft on top of the landing zone. And there's another thing I would like to try. That means, so when I go up, that means when I move like this, when I'm near some enemy aircraft, that aircraft should come towards me. And if I go away from that aircraft should go back to its landing zone. But now the problem we have is, how can this enemy aircraft, identify its own landing zone? For that, we are going to use another feature in NetLogo called links. So that means when I'm creating or when I'm hatching these enemy aircrafts, I'm going to create a link. I'm going to create a link from myself. That means myself is the parent. Landing zone is the parent. So asking landing zones to hatch enemies and create a link from myself. And this link color, I can set the link color to black. Because our environment is black, I don't want that links to be visible. But if I use a color like yellow, we'll be able to see the link also. We can try that also. But for experimental purposes, we'll have yellow color for the moment. So let's see what happens next. You will not see the link yet because the enemy aircraft is still on the landing zone. So you will not see that. So let's see how we can modify this code. So enemy aircraft will try to chase me.